Good morning, everyone. Want to share a story that I can laugh about now. I was not laughing last night. So I titled this video, Sometimes Things Don't Go as Planned and Can You Handle It? Well, some things went very differently than what I had planned last night. And last night I didn't handle it very well. So let me walk you through the timeline. I had this bright idea that I wanted to highlight my hair. And so yesterday evening, I had planned to go over to my mother's and I invited my daughter over. I said, "Hey, you want to highlight my hair? And we'll have some mother-daughter time and it can be our Mother's Day get together." And we ordered Chinese and had a really good time with mom and she's doing my highlights. And the box showed these blonde highlights. That I thought, oh my goodness, these little blonde highlights are going to look amazing. And anyway, yes, orange is a color kind of today, not as orange as that pattern there, but yeah. And I tell you what, guys, yesterday evening, when I saw my hair after it had dried, I thought, oh my goodness, I've got to color this. I've got to color really, really quick. And this is what began to come up. And I talked about this in the book, but I did not recognize what I was doing. There was this internal pressure to hurry up and change the external, to hurry up and change. And my mind started working very quickly on how I could do that. I thought about how I would cancel my dental appointment this morning and how I would rearrange my therapy appointment at 10:30 to Friday. And then in doing that, I would be able to color my hair before I went to work. Now, let me back up just a moment. I also sent an SOS to my dear friend that is able to buy color licensed to buy color at the place where the beauty salon people go. And I'd sent out an SOS around 10 o'clock last night and said, "Hey, I need help." And so he said, "I can get it for you at 8 in the morning." So my brain, now we catch up with the story of my brain going to all these different places, how I can rearrange all my scheduling to fix the external, right? And there was a part of me that knew what I was doing. And I made it sound really reasonable. I wasn't at peace. I wasn't at rest. And so this morning I went downstairs. I get up early and I work on some things for HigherWayU. And I was editing some video, getting ready for tonight's show. And so I was preparing for that tonight. And my husband comes down. He woke up. Actually, he really felt like God had placed something on his heart for me. And he woke up and he asked me he didn't ask me. He said, "I really believe I have a word for you. I really believe God is giving me something for you." And it positioned my heart to say, I don't know, because he already told me it was about the hair. And thought, oh, what is God going to say about this? And I yielded, and he extended his hands so that I would take his hands. And he began to speak some deeper truths to me. And he said, "I didn't think this. This came to mind 2 times." And he began to speak some things. And he said, "Your hair is not who you are. And why are you allowing that?" This is kind of like the summary of it, or the premise of it. Why are you allowing that to bother you so much? Because that's not who you are. And Tonya, you, like everybody else in life, things don't go always as you expect them to go. You can have great intentions. You can think you know what you're going to do, and things don't always turn out. Now, I don't want to belittle anything. Hair color, I know that's a surface kind of things don't go the way that we want them to go. It's a very surfacey kind of thing, but I believe it teaches a deeper truth and principle. It's the whole thing that the Power Apart Conversations is about, because I truly believe that how we experience what's going on the outside of our world is the framework or the film, so to speak, of what's going on inside. And I'll tell you what, my friend, what was going on inside last night was scrambling. What was going on inside last night was wanting to hurry up and cover up my mistake. I guess if I want to label it a mistake, right? I'm the only one assigning that kind of meaning to it. And so anyways, my husband is sharing with me some deeper things that are coming up from God's heart as it relates. And as he was doing it, I knew what he was speaking was truth. And at the same time, everything in my body wanted to run. Everything, and like I could feel it viscerally in my body. I wanted to say, I want that collar now. I want to cover it up now. And yet I knew that surrendering to this was the best thing I could do. Surrendering to it. And the more I surrendered, the less resistance and the fear of running, that fear that made me want to run away, began to subside. He began to quiet down. And I thought, Tonya, isn't this what you teach? Aren't these principles that you live in? And here you were, you had an opportunity to run, but you surrendered. And all of that changed, all the things that I had planned that I was going to erase from my day this morning. I went upstairs, got myself ready, got myself dressed for work. I came to the dentist. Well, I haven't been to work yet, but I came to the dentist, and here we are. Here we are live. I say all of that to say, what are we running away from? What are we running away from that we feel like, my goodness, this isn't what I ordered. This isn't what I was looking for. This is not what I wanted to experience. It happens all the time. It happens. And question is, what are we going to do with it? Are we going to surrender to it and work with it? I will say this. When I was wetting my hair this morning to get ready, after the conversation Steve and I had, and I felt like the Lord was saying that, Tonya, you'll color your hair when this doesn't mean anything to you anymore. If you need to hurry up and change the external for you to feel good, then you haven't died enough inside. But when you're dead to it, and it doesn't matter if you color it or not, if you change it back to the brown or not, then you're ready. You're ready. So that, my friend, is that's what's been transpiring over the last 12, 18 hours. And the funny thing, speaking of orange, the funny thing is, this morning when I went in to get my teeth cleaned, I'll leave you with this. She said, we're low on mint, the whatever that is that they use to paste your teeth with, that fluoride treatment, or I don't know what it is, whatever it is. She said, but we have orange. Would you like some orange? Well, I said, sure, why not? And then I actually liked it. So orange is the color for the day. And anyway, I wanted to share that with someone. Maybe that will encourage you, that when we don't resist and we just roll with what happens, when we begin to even want to know why we are resisting something inside, why we're running away from something. I don't know what it was for me. I believe it was probably running away from any fear of what people might think, which kind of surprised me. It really surprised me in this light. I don't know if it's that or not. I trust that the Lord will show me. But the big thing was I knew I was running inside and I knew I was trying to cover something up external in order to feel better internal. And that, my friend, is never the answer. Change this in here first, and then how we see the external, we won't be attached to it. We won't be running from it. And then we can step in and do what we need to do to make the change. All right, it is time for me to get to work. I will catch you later.